The air was thick with dread that summer evening when the first pet fell ill. Bella, the miller's golden retriever, collapsed in their backyard. Frothing at the mouth, her joyful bark silenced. By dawn, 3 more pets, 2 cats, and a terrier were rushed to the vet, their owners frantic. Whispers spread through Willow Creek, a tidy suburban enclave where every lawn was manicured and every mailbox gleamed. The culprit? Poison. Someone had laced pet food with antifreeze, scattered across backyards like a cruel taunt. Suspicion turned to Karen Whitaker, the HOA president whose obsession with neighborhood standards bordered on tyranny. Karen, with her clipboard and icy smile, had long waged war on unruly pets, issuing fines for barking dogs and stray cats. But poison? No one wanted to believe it until the evidence began to pile up. The community fought back. Sarah Miller, Bella's owner, refused to let grief consume her. She rallied neighbors, collecting samples of the tainted food and sending them for forensic testing. The results were chilling. Antifreeze, laced with traces of a rare fertilizer sold only at a local garden store. Sarah's husband, Tom, remembered seeing Karen buy bags of that exact brand weeks earlier. The neighborhood chat exploded with outrage, but Karen dismissed the accusations with a smug laugh, claiming it was just a coincidence. Her arrogance fueled their resolve. Sarah organized a sting operation, enlisting tech-savvy teenager Mia to set up hidden cameras around the neighborhood. Mia, grieving her own poisoned cat, worked tirelessly, her hands shaking as she wired the devices. Days later, the footage revealed Karen creeping through backyards at midnight, scattering tainted kibble under the moonlight. The truth was undeniable. The confrontation erupted at the next HOA meeting, held in the community center's stuffy hall. Sarah stormed in, clutching a USB drive with Mia's footage. Karen sat at the head of the table, her usual smirk faltering as Sarah plugged the drive into a projector. The room gasped as the grainy video played. Karen, unmistakable in her floral blazer, poisoning the neighborhood's beloved pets. Neighbors shouted, their voices a crescendo of betrayal. Karen tried to deflect, claiming the video was doctored. But then Mia stepped forward, a quiet girl no one expected to speak. Her voice trembled but held firm as she explained how she'd cross-referenced Karen's fertilizer purchase with store receipts and DNA traces from the tainted food. The evidence was airtight. Karen's face drained of color as police officers, tipped off by Sarah, entered the room, handcuffs glinting. Karen's downfall was swift and merciless. The community she'd ruled with an iron fist turned against her. Charges of animal cruelty piled up, each count a testament to a lost pet. Bella's death hit hardest. Her collar, now a memorial on the miller's porch, became a rallying symbol. Karen's defense crumbled in court. Her claims of protecting property values rang hollow against the family's tearful testimonies. The judge sentenced her to 3 years in prison and a lifetime ban on owning pets. The neighborhood reclaimed its peace, but scars remained. Backyards once filled with playful barks grew quiet, and trust was slow to mend. Karen's house, once the HOA's unofficial headquarters, stood empty, its windows dark, a reminder of her betrayal. Yet from the ashes of grief rose something stronger. Sarah and Mia launched a pet safety initiative, teaching neighbors to spot toxins and protect their animals. The community rebuilt, closer than ever, their shared loss forging bonds of resilience. Willow Creek's annual pet parade, once banned by Karen, returned with a vengeance. Dogs wagged their tails, cats lounged in decorated wagons, and children laughed under strings of fairy lights. The pain of loss lingered, but so did the triumph of justice. The neighborhood had faced a monster and won, not with vengeance, but with truth and unity. What do you think, was justice served, or should Karen's punishment have been harsher? Share your thoughts on right and wrong in this story.